So let's look at this thing called the second derivative. Now all the second derivative is differentiating the first derivative. So in other words, you've differentiated it twice. It's the second derivative. So different notations for that. You could have y with a double dash or a double prime, f double dash x, d2 dx2. They're not squared, so don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, I just square the first derivative. They're not saying squared, so it's d2 dx2, and then whatever function it is we're finding the second derivative of. Or finally there we've got d2y dx2 would be a common way of doing it. So here's our function. In order to find the second derivative, we have to find the first derivative. So differentiate that, we get 6x plus 1. Second derivative, differentiated for a second time, and we just get a constant 6 for this one. Square root of x squared plus 3. Well, before we can differentiate this one, we're going to have to put it in an index form. So x squared plus 3 to the power of a half. And, chain rule, anarchy. Bring down the power, lower the power, minus half. Diff the inside, 2x. And tidy that one up. X squared plus 3 to the minus a half. Mere mortal answer. But I'm not going to bother rewriting it because I'm finding the second derivative, remember. So there's no point putting that back in the third form because I'm going to have to get it into index form to differentiate it a second time. So this one I'm going to have to use a product rule for. So I've now got two functions. So write down the first, x, diff the second. Now I use the chain rule again. Bring down the power, minus a half. Lower the power, minus 3 on 2. Diff the inside, 2x. Don't stop there. That's a mistake people make. They stop there because they think, I've done so much. But you still got plus, and now you've got to do the second part of the product rule. So write down the second, x squared plus 3 to the minus a half. Diff the first, well, differentiate x, we just get 1. Okay, we've got a whole heap of common factors here, have we? Actually, there's not that many. X squared plus 3 to the power of minus 3 on 2. When you factorise, always pull out the lowest power. So, I've tidied the first bit up to make it a little bit easier to work with. Pull out that common factor of x squared plus 3 to the minus 3 on 2. We're left with minus x squared plus 3. Now I'll go into super mathematician mode. 3 over x squared plus 3 root x squared plus 3. And there's our second derivative. Okay.